All right, welcome everyone to the Matchy Matchy game where we are going to learn how to organize persuasive essays. So this is a persuasive essay. It's going to be 5 paragraphs in length. And the first thing I'm going to do is read this essay to you. I want you to see first, well, before we do that, here's the 5 paragraphs. There's 1, 2, notice that there's like gaps in between each one so we can kind of tell where the paragraphs start and stop. Paragraph 4 and paragraph 5. So I'm going to read this to you. I strongly encourage you to remove all distractions because it could not be the most exciting thing you've ever seen in your life. It's not exactly like playing fun video games or something, so you want to get all distractions removed so you can completely concentrate on this because you are responsible, my friends, to learn how to do this so that you can pass your rubric, so you can pass the writing for persuasive essays. So here we go. I'm going to be kind of, let's see. I'm going to use a highlighter as I go here. Recess, I'm right here. Oh, that's not a highlighter. Get rid of that. Okay, well, recess is one of the most enjoyable parts of the school day for elementary aged children, but unfortunately, many schools don't provide enough of it. Some schools even reduce recess time to make room for more academic instruction. Hey, are you following along? Are you able to read with me? However, this approach overlooks how crucial, that means important, recess is for children's growth and success. Elementary schools should have more recess time because it improves children's physical health, mental well-being, and academic performance. I'm at the end of paragraph 1 right here. Now we move on to paragraph 2. It's a 5-paragraph essay. First, having more recess time helps children stay physically healthy. Kids need to move their bodies, and recess gives them the opportunity to run, jump, and play. According to health experts, children should get at least 60 minutes of physical activity every day, and recess is an important way to meet that goal. Regular exercise helps prevent obesity, strengthens muscles and bones, and boosts energy levels. If schools increase recess time, they're helping children build healthy habits that can last a lifetime. All right, that's the end of paragraph 2. Now we're going to start reading paragraph 3. Second, more recess time benefits children's mental health by giving them a break from the pressures of the classroom. Sitting for hours and focusing on lessons can be stressful, especially for young kids. Recess allows them to relax, play and have fun with their friends. This free time can reduce anxiety and improve their mood, making them happier and more prepared to learn. Play also encourages creativity and problem solving, which are essential skills for a child's development. All right, now we're moving it up because we're going to paragraph 4, which starts right here. Finally, increasing recess time can actually improve academic performance on things like math, reading, stuff like that. Some people argue that schools need to cut recess to make more time for learning, but research shows the opposite is true. When kids have a chance to burn off energy and refresh their minds, they are better able to focus during lessons. Like right now, are you able to focus on this lesson? Studies have found that children who get regular breaks are more attentive, better behaved, and perform better on tests. Recess is not a distraction. It's an important part of helping kids succeed in school. Last paragraph, the 5th paragraph here. In conclusion, elementary schools should have more recess time because it promotes physical health, supports mental well-being, and boosts academic success. Instead of viewing recess as wasted time, schools should see it as a valuable investment in children's overall development. Giving kids the chance to play, relax, and recharge will help them thrive both inside and outside the classroom. All right, so now what we're going to do is play the matchy-matchy game here. And so part 2 is that we're going to label these parts on the above essay. We're going to do numbers 1 and 2 first. The conclusion and the statement of the third argument. All right, so let's go down to here. I'm going to change it to red. The conclusion, it even says here, in conclusion, is this entire last paragraph. So I'm going to write a bracket there and the number 1 next to that paragraph to indicate that this whole paragraph here is the conclusion. Number 2 says statement of third argument. When we look at this essay, the essay has 3 different arguments. The first argument is explained here where it says first. Then we have the second argument, and where it says finally, that's our third argument. So where does the author state their actual argument? Finally, increasing recess time can actually improve academic performance. Well, that right there is the statement of the third argument. So I'm going to write 2. And I'm going to put a little bracket at the end of that so that I'm indicating that it ends right there. All right, so I've done numbers 1 and 2. Call to action. Well, that's the part of the essay that gets the reader to do something about their point, their argument here. And that's going to be at the end. So let's look at this last paragraph. In conclusion, elementary schools should have more recess time because it promotes physical health, supports mental well-being, and boosts academic success. That's not calling the reader to any sort of action yet. Instead of viewing recess as wasted times, schools should see it as a valuable investment in children's overall development. Here is a call to action. So I'm going to underline that. Schools, hopefully your underlining is a little bit better than mine. Giving kids the chance to play, relax, and recharge will help them thrive both inside and outside the classroom. This is also a call to action. Give them time. Give them a chance to play. So I am going to put a 3 next to this and part that I just underlined. Okay, I've done numbers 1, 2, and 3. The support of the third argument. Well, our third argument, we already said, was right here where it says finally increasing recess time. Where is that supported? The rest of the paragraph supports that argument. Some people argue that schools need to cut recess to make more time for learning, but research shows the opposite is true. When kids have a chance, blah, 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 blah. The whole rest of the paragraph is support for the third argument. So I'm going to write a 4 right there. That one's done. Example of ethos. Now, if you recall, ethos means where you call on an expert or you make the author out to be an expert on something. You show something from a study that was done, some research that was done. And if you look right here in this third paragraph, it says, but research shows the opposite is true. That's ethos right there. You can find it in different spots, but I'm going to write a 5 right there because it's talking about research. All right, number 6, statement of the first argument. Well, we saw where the third argument was stated right down here on finally. Where's the first argument? Probably after it says first. First, having more recess time helps children stay physically healthy. There's my statement of the first argument. So I'm going to write a 6 right there. I'm going to draw an arrow that points to that, and that ends down there. All righty. All right, to continue on, I brought in about 10 more items that we have to find in this essay. Number 7 says support of second argument. So if we look up here, our second argument is where it says second right there. There it is. Oh, let me switch that over to a pencil. See, it says second. So where are the items? Oh, I'm going to have to switch that back again. Where are the items, or where is the part of the essay that supports the second argument? The second argument is second, more recess time benefits children's mental health by giving them a break from the pressures of the classroom. Well, the rest of this paragraph right here. Oh, come on. Oh, I want that. Okay. The rest of this paragraph is going to support the second argument. So that's number 7 right there. And number 8 is support of the first argument. Well, we can find that back in the second paragraph. Number 6 is the first argument being made. And so the rest of this paragraph right here is support of that first argument. Kids need to move their bodies. Recess gives them the opportunity to run, jump, and play. That is supporting the idea of physical health for the kids. Everything in that paragraph supports that. Okay, next up, number 9 is the introduction. Where is the introduction in this essay? Introduction is the first paragraph. So I'm going to draw a little bracket there, and I'm going to say number 9 is right there. There's the introduction. Everything in the first paragraph is considered to be the introduction. All right, next up is number 10, example of pathos or pathos. Pathos is feeling, talking about, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let me erase that. Talking about appealing to the audience's feelings. Let's see if we can find something like that in this essay. All right, I've been looking and I think I found one here. Have you been looking too? I think it's right here is a good example of pathos. Recess allows them time to relax, play, and have fun with their friends. Hey, who doesn't want kids to be able to relax, play, and have fun with their friends? So I'm going to draw a line out to here and write a 10 because that is appealing to people's feelings. Number 11, statement of second argument. Well, it's right here. Here we go. There's the second argument. More recess time benefits children's mental health by giving them a break from the pressures of the classroom. So I'm going to write an 11 right in here and draw a little arrow pointing down to that first sentence. Attention getter. That's where you want to grab the reader's attention at the very beginning by giving a little short story or asking a question or providing a little background information. Excuse me. Recess is one of the most enjoyable very first sentence parts of the school day for elementary age children, but unfortunately, many schools don't provide enough of it. Some schools even reduce recess time to make room for more academic instruction. Okay, so I think that whole first part right there grabs your attention. So I'm going to say that this is the attention getter, which was number 12. Okay. I'm going to actually circle that part. I think that's going to be the easiest way to... You want to clearly show which part you're indicating here. And then I'm going to write a 12 right there. Hopefully yours is a little bit neater than mine. I'm having to write this with my finger on an iPad. And number 13 is an example of logos. Okay, well, let's look through this essay for an example of logos. Logos is logic. You're appealing to the readers, just their brain, that they can make sense out of things, that it's just logical that kids need to have recess. Aha, I think I found something right here. Look at this. Regular exercise helps prevent obesity, strengthens muscles and bones, and boosts energy levels. Well, obviously, if you exercise, you're not going to be obese. You're not going to be grossly overweight. You're going to be stronger, and you're going to have more energy. So I'm going to call that number 13. I'm going to draw a 13 here, circle it, and have the arrow go to that part right there. All righty. Only a few left to go. Number 14, restatement of the 3 main arguments. Restatement means that I have to state it again, or the author stating it again, and that usually happens down here in the very last paragraph. In conclusion, elementary schools should have more recess time because it promotes physical health, supports mental well-being, and boosts. Here are the three things. One, I'm going to circle all that stuff. Well, no, I'm not going to. Yeah, okay, I'll circle it. All that put together is number 14. Wow, this is becoming a big mess. I hope you guys can do a better job of showing where these parts are than I am. And number 15 says a preview of the three main arguments. Preview is something that happens before the real thing goes down. And so a preview is going to be in your introductory paragraph. Elementary schools should have more recess time. I'm reading right here. I'm going to undo that line right there. Because it improves children's physical health, mental well-being, and academic performance. There's my three arguments that are coming in the next part of the essay. And so I'm going to call that number 15. Circle that. That's what's coming. And my thesis statement. My thesis statement is where I say my opinion. That always comes in the introduction paragraph, and that can be found right here. Elementary schools should have more recess time. That's my thesis statement. You might want to use like color coding for this or something to make it a little bit more clear. And so that's number 16. So let's go over the whole thing in terms of the basic organization. First paragraph is made up of, is your introduction. It gives a little background information to grab people's attention as the beginning part. That's right in here. And then after that, it gives the thesis statement, which is your opinion on this topic, the author's opinion, and then it gives a preview of the three arguments that are coming. Paragraph 2 right here gives the first argument. It clearly states the argument as the first sentence, and then the rest of the paragraph supports that first argument. The same thing happens in paragraph 3, where the second argument is clearly made, and then the rest of the paragraph supports that second argument. In my next paragraph, I have clearly stated the third argument. The rest of the paragraph supports that argument. And then down in my conclusion, or my fifth paragraph, that's my conclusion, I'm going to restate my thesis, tell my opinion again. I'm going to go back and restate the three arguments, and then I'm going to have some sort of a call to action to get people to really want to do something about, now that they believe in this argument, that they agree with me, they're going to have some, I want them to do something about it. All right. If you got it, great. If you didn't, go back and watch it again. Ask somebody for help. Make sure that you are learning this. If you're not learning it, you're not growing. You're not going to become a better writer, and you're not going to get your badge. So you got to work hard at this stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody.